in being self-aware. Because we're currently looking at self-awareness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Lovely to see you all. I'm almost losing my voice. Yeah. You all are looking amazing and really phenomenal. Wonderful. I've just gone live as well, so some people may benefit. Those who are not able to join us here, and we're going to be able to share. We're recording it, are we?
Yeah.
It's not recorded?
No, it's recorded.
Okay, perfect. That's amazing. Thank you. Wonderful. So we are looking at self-awareness, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the goal for all of this is really so that we can become resilient. We can thrive in optimal mental health and well-being. But if I don't know who I am, you know, what I really want, what is important for me, what is it that I think means the ideal mental health, the perfect, in quote, mental health, the perfect physical health. We said we have to become aware, and we are looking at different areas of our life, looking at our strengths as well. And one thing I want us all to understand, I know some of us here are going through some challenges right now. Some of us have encountered terrible challenges in the past. Remember, that does not define you. That's not who you are. Who you are is right here and now. And all of those experiences that you lived in the past were things that you create or things that you experience. You cannot use something that you created to define who you are. Am I right?
Yeah.
You preceded that experience. You came before it. And the more we become aware, and I'm so happy right now we are looking at the relationship with ourselves, self-awareness, because the truth is, you know, sometimes we are so focused externally about having a great relationship with our partners, spouses, friends, community, you know, staff, and even colleagues. But we forget to understand the most important person in that picture is us. If you have a great relationship with yourself, the truth is that's going to be replicated everywhere you go. It's like if you are the light and you turn on your light, everywhere you go, you're going to bring that light. You're going to shine. So you'll not be afraid to walk into dark rooms because you understand that you are shining the light. Maybe you are meant to serve some of those people in dark rooms by shining your light to them. So like Sarah was asking, what is that relationship with yourself? I remember once when I was teaching, I think it was on Zoom during the lockdown, and I'm like, I am my best friend. And Destiny, she's like, oh, Mommy, am I not your best friend? My daughter, my last friend. I'm like, sweetheart, you are. But I'm able to be your best friend because I am my best friend. So I have a great relationship with myself, and I'm able to have that same relationship with you. She said, okay, Mommy, thank you. You say that. So I want to ask you, are you your best friend? Pause a moment and think. Look at those eyes.
Yeah, you know, before you came, we were discussing something that self-esteem. We look at it, being a best friend, before I just dropped in that, to be yourself, your best friend to yourself, you have to first of all love yourself.
I love that.
Love yourself and remove that self-esteem, that low self-esteem. Put it down. You must love yourself. Say and challenge yourself. I can do it, and definitely go to do whatever you don't even think that you can do. So that is what I believe. So you have to love yourself, carry yourself, and build yourself. Work on yourself. It's very, very important.
I love that. I love that. And you're very, very right. It starts with love. When we have relationship with others, they say, oh, she's my best friend. It's because of the love you show them, isn't it? Your children, they experience the love. And they know, oh, Mommy loves me. Mommy is my best friend and all of that. And even your friends, it's because of the love you show them. So exactly, to be your best friend, you must show yourself that love. And what I say sometimes, what does love mean? What is love, if you want to explain it? Because some people will use love for their own good and benefit. They will oppress you and lie they are loving you. You see what I mean? Yeah. So it's good for you to know what is love. What would you say?
Love. Love is a very wide language. Let me use it. Love has branches.
Wow.
So let me just use that word. If I say I love myself, I'll be able to transfer that love. There's something Sister Sarah said before, you love yourself. So love, first of all, as you love yourself, you will have that love to give to people.
Very true.
If you don't love yourself, there's no way you can generate love.
Yeah.
So love is a very, very it's something very important that as a normal human being, you have to love yourself to be able to give out love.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can add. You are free.
No, I'm not really.
Yeah,
I just said about Dr. Stephen's question. I want just to say something. Is just to love for me is to accept the way I am.
Love that.
Accept, because I was not created myself.
I love that.
God created me. So my love is to accept me. And for me is that.
Amazing. Who else? What's love?
Me, I want to ask a question.
Okay, amazing. Ask your question. I love that. Ask your question. And if you have any questions, please do ask. What is love? We're talking about self-awareness. Self-love is crucial. You must become your best friend. In order to become your best friend, you must love yourself. But what is love? Go on, my darling.
If you don't know about to love yourself, what do you?
If you don't know how to love yourself.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's why it's very important for us to know what love is first. What's the definition of what does love mean? It's like if you don't know how to, what can I say? If you don't know what is a tree or a mango tree, we need to show you and maybe define the mango tree looks like that, the leaves, the fruits, isn't it? So when you see it, you can recognize it. If possible, we even bring it to you and present it. This is the mango tree. This is what it looks like. And the simple definition of love that I always give, I will share again and again. It comes from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 1 to 10. Love is kind. Love is patient. Are you kind with yourself? Are you always kind with yourself? Love is always kind. It's not like sometimes. Love is patient. Are you always patient with yourself? When you make mistakes, you fail, you get it wrong, you do something that maybe everyone told you it was going to go wrong, you fail. Will you be patient, or you're going to blame yourself, condemn yourself? Love is love is not self-seeking. Even when you do things because you love yourself, it's not because you want to think about only you. You know that you are part of the human race. You're part of the world. You have a role to play on this earth. When you are well, you are happy, you are fit, you can serve the world better. So I don't take care of myself just so I can make myself grow, have all the money to buy everything I want for myself, go for all the holidays. No, it's to serve my world better. Give them my gifts and share what I have. For some of us, maybe we're incredible mothers. We can be mothers to those children who have no mothers, who have no role models. They must not be our biological children. And again, love is not, it does not envy. It does not envy. Yes, this may look like envying yourself. You really cannot envy yourself, can you? But if you really love yourself, because envy is a negative force that will damage you, you can't afford to have negative, toxic emotions. You cannot afford to envy someone. I mean, you cannot welcome, because it's like envy does not dwell where there is love. It's like hatred does not dwell where there is love. You cannot afford to hate someone, because hatred is the absence of love, by the way. When you start envying other people, then that's the sense that love is lacking. And then love, always forgive. You will make mistakes. How many times? How many times do you forgive yourself daily? I always say this. I easily forgive. I forgive at the blink of an eye, because I forgive myself like when I make mistakes sometimes. Even here we are laughing. I think I've trained Sarah so bad that she does something wrong sometimes. She is laughing. It's not funny, but obviously, because I do laugh as well. You know, but definitely my goal is like I'm solution focused. I want to learn and get the solution. I want to make it right. But I don't stay there and bash myself and this. I remember Latoya, she just wrote her A-level. And in one subject, she knew everything so well, but her time. So she did it in one, I think in the first two questions, the last. So she was so upset. Mommy, I didn't give everything I could give. And she was almost crying. I'm like, sweetheart, it's okay. You've already written that A-level is gone. Don't beat yourself up. You have another subject tomorrow. All right, darling, just, it's okay. You prayed, God is with you. You never know. Sometimes we can think we've not done our best, but you still score high. I'm like dwelling on that now. You see, those are the things that you beat yourself. You're like, I did this. I knew the answer. Why didn't I do that? No, you have to forgive yourself and move on. Love always trusts. Can you trust your ability to rise up again? Like you said, you don't get it right. You get it wrong. You make mistakes. Just keep going. You can still do it. Love never fails. You will never fail because you love yourself. You trust yourself that I can rise up again. And above all, because there is love in you. God himself is love. The creator. He dwells in you. It's like above all, there is light in here. So it's not about you. The light will forever shine if only you are connected to the source that brings light to this place. You know, it doesn't keep a record. And there are some other things there as well. Love doesn't... Love always forgive. It never keeps a record of wrong. You don't keep. How many of us, we write and write and write. We keep. I've heard some people say, I can't comprehend. You know, people who have hurt you, write down the things. And then the things you don't like. Some therapists even teach that. There is no point writing down anything negative. It doesn't serve you. There is no point writing down things that you don't want. If you write things you don't want, fair enough, it helps you. It only eliminates some things in your life that you don't have to do. But the things you don't want will never change your life. They are the things you want in your life that will change your life. Say, I don't want toxic relationships. Fair enough, because you are pure, you are beautiful. Remember, love does not even harbor toxicity. So it's no great deal. You are just being the norm. What do you want? You bring it in your life. Is it love? You show yourself love. Kindness, joy. So to answer your question, darling, every single time you've got to forgive yourself. You've got to grow. Love always trusts. It never gives up. So don't give up on yourself. Like you were saying something, the self-esteem. And self-esteem is simply the what. Esteem means what and value you place on yourself. So like you were saying, low self-esteem. If you don't place so much value and what on yourself, you look at yourself like lower or less than someone else. But I want to remind you, you are beautiful, you are treasured. You are more than any treasure that exists on this planet. You are worth more than diamond, than gold. You are priceless. So it's really, and that's all about being aware, self-awareness. Who am I? I am priceless. I am magnificent. You cannot put a price on me. You cannot. So it makes you see your worth so high. It's like if I give you diamond and you knew this was diamond and worth 1 million, and I give you some iron material that is worth 10 pounds, what will you care for more? The diamond or the metal? The diamond. You will surely keep it in a safe place. If anybody is playing carelessly with it, you will shout at them, your children, you preserve them. You will. So it's exactly the same. If you value yourself, you will care for yourself with dignity.
Where that thing is, where your heart is.
Yeah, exactly. Your treasure is in rather than building treasure on this planet, which will rot and be damaged. Why don't you build it? No one can destroy the treasure within you, which is not of this world, spiritual. So you care for your spiritual well-being. Because the true, you also become aware that you are made of a body, soul, and spirit. The real life in you is your spirit. And you understand nothing on this physical earth can tamper with your spirit. So in other words, you don't allow things that happen to you to shape and govern your mind. Because you understand that if your mind is being given instruction from the physical, you are gone, you are dead. Because life is changing. When you say, oh, I have no money. When you say, oh, I've just gone through divorce. Or everybody has disowned me. Nobody loves me. Then your mind is telling you, oh, rejection, rejection. You're not worthy enough. Nobody looks at you as worthy. And then you start seeing yourself as less worthy. You don't value yourself. You don't esteem yourself. You don't care for yourself with love and respect. And in fact, like you won't allow your children to play with that diamond like they will kick footballs around. You won't expect anybody, any man, to treat you like you are a dog. You know, to lay their hands on you. You wouldn't. Hey, I'm not a football. I'm not something you kick around. If you don't know my value, then, you know, I'm going to leave this place. Take, for example, if you throw diamond amongst pigs, how would they treat the diamond? They will trample on it. There are some people who are not just who you are. So don't be working to fit in. You know, they are like, unfortunately, I don't call anybody pigs, but if you cannot recognize the value of something valuable, then you are so low. Your value is so low. And so they will treat you, whether you are so high up there, it's because they themselves are so worthless. They've not seen their worth. Nobody is worthless, unfortunately, but they don't know their worth. They don't know their value, and they don't invest in themselves. So they are not ready to invest in anyone or recognize anyone as valuable. So they will treat you like you are some trash. All you need to do, as long as the diamond continues to stay in that pigsty, they will trample on it. But does it change the worth of that diamond? No. If you take that diamond, all you need to do is clean that mud of it. of it, it will work the same. I always say this, in fact, you will even attract visitors to that pigsty because they will be coming out to a pigsty looking for the diamond among pigs. So you will transform the life of that abusive, horrible, whatever it is, because you have brought value to their lives. When you understand who you are, your worth and your value, you are not worried when people let go of you. You know that they have lost a great friend. I bring value wherever I go. I brought value to your life. In fact, I often say this. I don't even joke to my husband sometimes. I'm like, you know what? Who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. I say, you are so blessed because of me. You are super blessed. You found a wife. It didn't say who finds a husband.
No.
Who finds a wife. I'm a blessing. When you want something, thanks to me, your life is the way it is. I am the blessing in your life. I am super blessed. You need to know your worth in that way, rather than fighting them. And I'm like, oh, you are blessed, you know, because I am in your life. And of course, you see, those men who put you down, they don't want to do away with you. If I were that nasty, and is it not someone who knows that you are trash and then they stay with you, they are more stupid and trash than you? Because you may not even know that you are trash. Do you know what I mean? You may be unaware that you are some junk. If they are aware that this is junk, then they pick junk, then they are sick. It's that you really being aware that that trash can keeps dead and trash. You go pick it and come into your home. So it's just talk to them. Hey, if I was not that worthy, what are you doing with me?
Thank you.
Why are you hanging around someone that is of no value? You have a problem. You are even less valuable than me because you choose to hold someone of less more than value. I'm with you because I was not even aware that you are trash. Do you see what I mean? And I'm still hoping that I can clean you up from this track and make you better, because I can transform trash into wealth. So I'm here with you with hope. But if you have really condemned me, you have no hope. You know I'm the lowest of lowest. Hey, come on. What are you doing with the lowest of lowest? Then you should be the lowest of lowest to accept the low. Do you see what I mean? And in that way, you just look at abusive people like they really have issues.
They do.
And that's the truth. Love never pulls other people down. It doesn't rejoice in evil. It doesn't rejoice in destroying others, in pulling other people down. So you want good, so even when you are in a place people are not nice, you're always hoping, because you always hope for the best in them. Because you see the best in yourself always. You can forgive yourself always. You know that I'm a work in progress. I will get better, like you said, one day at a time. You can easily forgive other people too. And that's why your relationship with them can be incredible. That of forgiveness. I tell my husband sometimes the best when I pray for the Lord to help me, I'm forgiving you 10 years in advance for the wrong that you do for me, because I know you just keep doing wrong. Why I hope for you to grow, and it's incredible. And when I want to be upset, and when you tell me, I'm like, remember, didn't you say you're forgiving him 10 years in advance? So I remind myself, you know what? So it's honestly, it's amazing. And they learn from you. And that's why it says, let the believing wife win the unbelieving husband by their attitude. Because you'll be like, wow, I've said all sorts of nasty things to this, you know. No one should say that. And then you are still like, wow, without dignity, without pride. And then you bless him and say, I bless you. You're blessed. If you leave my life, you're going to lose all your blessings, but you're free to leave. Sarah, you can check her, please, darling. Awesome. So how does that go now? Does that help? Yeah. So just things like that, little things. I love myself. I'm going to be patient with myself. I will care for myself. I will speak to myself with dignity and all of that. One day at a time. Patient as you learn. Be patient. You're coming out of a situation. You are a work in progress. Excuse me, you've nurtured that seed. You are growing. The seed does not become a fruit overnight. Am I right? Yeah. As long as you're confident. I've nurtured the seed, then you're going to grow. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. Any addition?
Okay, I want to ask something.
Yeah.
Because when she asked that question, the question it go a long way, because you see, she asked a question that, what if I don't love myself? That's the question you asked. If I don't love myself, please, this is an advice.
Yeah.
You see that there's nobody that will not love his or herself. In one time or the other, we have met with people that limit us.
I love that.
That bring us down.
I love that.
Yeah. That make you now look at yourself as inferior.
Yeah.
Look at yourself. You are
not
not
worthy of love.
You are not what?
Yeah.
You are not qualified.
Yeah.
I'm not. So for you to overcome such life, you just have to run away. What did I say? Run away from run away from people that limit you. Run away from people that limit you. It's very, very important. As a human, listen. Run away from people that limit you.
Yeah.
If you see that you are in the midst of people and these people they always like to bring you down. My dear sister, borrow your 2 legs. That is the fact. Because that is what is killing us in the society. You see some people because of this low self-esteem. So people can just go and hang themselves.
Unfortunately.
You see people dying everywhere.
Yeah.
You see this person hang himself here. This person jump inside the lagoon. This person jump inside the river. What causes it? It's because of low self-esteem. In one way or the other, if you look at those people, like you read, if you study them, you can bring them back to life and ask them, say, why did you hang yourself? Or why did you kill yourself? You will say, either somebody bring me down, or somebody I felt that I'm not qualified. So for you to overcome that kind of situation, you have to run away from people that limit you. Anywhere you find yourself and you see that you are not, you always, mommy said, doctor said now that if you see that you people that they don't value you, they always bring you down, what do? Don't stay there. Don't stay in that kind of environment, because it's going to finish you, even destroy your mentality, your reasoning. So don't stay in that kind of a place. So run for your dear life.
Especially, thank you, that's amazing. Especially like when you're still like, you're vulnerable, you don't really know how to love yourself. Let me give a simple example. I like to be visual. Imagine a great orange seed. That seed is perfect, nothing is wrong with it. And then we sow it on the fertile ground. It's perfect, nothing is wrong in it. Wrong with that ground. Then people come and bring, we know we have to water plants with water. Someone comes with kerosene, petrol, it would destroy whatever is there. So environment, like you said, is most important. It's very important as well. We cannot minimize that, because no matter, sometimes you can't say I'm so strong, I am super, one of the most resilient people in the world. I will stay in some places where people are low because I'm there to serve them. Don't get me wrong. But you are still working to grow. You cannot serve, you cannot give what you don't have. So you must stay in a place where you must nurture, nourish. So the love in you, the fruit in you, your true self-worth should sprout, then you can give. In the moment where you cannot even give yourself that love, you can't afford to stay in an environment where you are not being nurtured. You are not receiving love, so you can grow and have love to give. It's just like now having that seed there on the ground and people are coming to pour, was it petrol, it will die, it will choke, it will not come out. We will not see the potential in that person. Why this might not mean a physical running away, they really think about it. The truth is, like we said, words are life or death. If I stay somewhere and hear something destructive, negative, over and over again, whether I'm aware or not, it will affect me. It's only a matter of time, like you said, then you start thinking, I'm not worthy, because that's what you've heard over and over. Your mind will amplify it. Your mind will even show you situations where, remember, you don't even have a job. Remember, you don't even do this. You can't even take care of yourself. Your mind will bring all the things to show you what you are looking for. But if you are amongst people who edify you, who see your word, like when you come here, then you begin to see more of that. Your mind begins to amplify that. Wow, remember, you couldn't even speak the language. You had a job. People came when they could speak that language clear. They didn't have that job. The same interview. You chose to even walk away from that. You're having another job. You know, so you keep seeing the best in yourself. So it's so important. And another thing I want to also, like I said before, why we run away from, again, all of these things, they are not the things we run away that will transform our lives. Where are we going to? What are we inviting in our lives? Once you leave, like you said, you've not loved yourself, what do? Just those very little things. Write yourself a love letter if you have to. It's amazing how it works. Dearest Elizabeth, you are the most amazing woman on this world. You are amazing. Some people even do it. Honestly, will make me laugh and think in front of the mirror, I'm beautiful. I'm the most amazing woman in the world. I love myself just as I am. Sarah said something, acceptance. It starts by accepting yourself for who you are. Don't wait until you're better to love yourself. Love yourself right here and now, just as you are. Just as you are. And again, care for yourself. Be patient with yourself. give yourself the chance to like care. If you love something, you want to nurture them. Every opportunity out there to grow, because you know that if you're supposed to grow and become fruits, then you want to, your full potential means once I've become that fruit, right?
Yeah.
So if you've not achieved your full potential yet, you are not yet all your worth and value. So you've got to work on yourself, like she said, you know, so you can help yourself become that best person and go to places where they will support your growth so you can achieve your full potential. So every single day, remember, then affirmation, I am this, I'm worthy of love. And the truth is, as you keep saying it, just even say, you may not even know, I love myself so dearly. I'm my best friend. Write it, I love myself. Even for your children, put things like this, friend. When people work here, you see they read this, it has an impact in your mind when you read. You just step on it. Yes, I've had someone came here and she said, when she read all this, she said, is this a church? You know, a grateful heart is medicine to your soul. So somebody may think, oh, I've never been grateful in my life. You are destined for greatness. I'm like, really? And we are saying you. Am I really destined for greatness? But if you say that again and again, we have a part in our brain, the hippocampus, we store short-term memory. You start storing it. You are destined for greatness. You are destined to be loved. I love myself. You are loved. I love myself. So when you forget, it just comes and reminds you unconsciously. Remember you love yourself. Remember who you are. Come on, be kind. Be patient. Forgive yourself. Don't keep a record of this mistake you made. When they keep a record, the world knows how to keep a record. Remind us of the things we did. Well, because I love myself, that's up to you. And thank God I'm a Christian. I know that God loves me. I know that He forgives me. I know that His mercies are new for me every morning. So if you want to keep me in your unforgiveness, I'm sorry, I'm gone. My Creator loves me. He's forgiving me today. I'm forgiving myself. I'm stepping with spring in my step. And the truth is, if you even keep unforgiveness, you are destroying your own self. So that man, that woman who is keeping you in unforgiveness, I'm sorry, darling. You are destroying yourself.
Wow.
You will die with resentment and pain. I'm stepping out and here, forgiving myself, looking for better opportunities. Is that okay?
Yep.
Want to add something else? You've been so quiet. Sarah, you want to add something else? You want to ask any question? What's the time? If you have any question online, please feel free to ask. You can type it there. Any other question? So again, this is all about self-awareness, and you begin to become aware of who you are, how powerful you are, how you have the power to change your circumstance, to change your...
I'll ask later.
Yeah, it's okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think I remember one was saying before, and thank you for the bringing it back acceptance, because sometimes how we see ourselves when we go out in a place that you start seeing other people like you are really low.
Yeah, like they're more than...
So that was the question I wanted to ask. So what do you do if you are always when you go out? And some people, they compare themselves about the title they're carrying, or when they go, they see that those people, they have...
Barrister.
I'm not like that.
Yeah.
So that's my question.
That's a good one, Sarah. That's a really good one. Because then you want to compare yourself and you think, oh, they are all that. I want you to always remember that there will be people always higher up there in the physical world. Yes, there's a hierarchy. There's a king. There are those who are workers. If you love who you are, love your role, it's like even if you are working as a servant in the palace, you can't compare yourself with a prince. If you love and give your best in that position, you will thrive. And remember again, the key thing in life, honestly, when we just say, so it's not superficial, it's knowing your purpose. When you know your purpose, that's the ultimate fulfillment. When you know your purpose, that's the ultimate fulfillment. I will repeat again. And why? For example, we get out there in the body, isn't it? Yeah. The eye is different. The eye is amazing, seeing. Only the ears. I'm not even, maybe your hair is even covering your ears. You don't even notice it. The eyes are always at the front there. You can't even see your ears now. I'm like, oh my goodness, why? Oh, the mouth is always talking. She's the one who is being noticed wherever she steps in. You know, the body looks so beautiful. You're always dressing it. You know, you cannot, do you see what I mean? And it's because of purpose. It's not how I look. The ears know that, hey, if I don't hear, you cannot function. The nose knows that, hey, you might be all what you want, you might be looking so beautiful, the body. If I don't breathe, you cannot function. So there is something we call contentment, fulfillment. You are happy where you are with what you have, because you know that what you are giving is what you need to become all that you were born to become, to live the life that you were born to live to the fullest and fulfill your purpose on this earth. Fulfillment of purpose brings something we call deep inner satisfaction, peace, and rest. So when you step out there, if you know your purpose, okay? I was never called to be a doctor, for example. I was called to be the best cook in the world, or even maybe the best cleaner. I met someone, it's a cleaner. She went on to have a cleaning company. She's doing amazing. And doctors were talking. They went to a meeting with different professionals. She was keen. They were talking about heart surgery, all of that. She's not a doctor. She didn't want to become a doctor. She felt so comfortable and confident in that conversation. She said, wow, I don't know how you people doing it, understanding all the parts of this body, what. I really respect you people. You're doing amazing to really help us when we are unwell, get back on track. And then the other one said, oh, wow, what do you do? Maybe it was one of those nosy doctors who wanted to look down on her. She said, oh, wow, I might not be a doctor of humans and all that. I'm the doctor of environments, of houses, of places. I keep your place spotless. If it's your home, your office, wherever I step with my team, it becomes spotless. So it gives you the opportunity to breathe the true freshness of life. So you can work without having bacteria. And so maybe more patients will not come to you to the hospital. She spoke with some pride and dignity that the doctor said, do you mean you're a cleaner? She said, I'm more than a cleaner. I keep spaces spotless. Brilliant. She said, wow, I've never heard someone say this so well. He says, if you go to your hospital, your doctor environment, your hospital is not clean, you can't thrive in your workplaces. Yeah. He said, wow. What makes you so proud about the job? Because that's my purpose. I'm meant to clean places and ensure everybody steps in there. There are less bacteria in the world. People feel great. People can step in even in the toilet and eat because it's spotless. I've made it, because it's for me. For me, it's important that we sustain the world we live in. I don't want junk and dirt that can intoxicate the world we live in. Then we cannot breathe well. Do you see that? Yeah. It's incredible because she is so convicted in her purpose. I don't want to be a doctor. I enjoy you. You inspire me. You inspire me to maybe do exceedingly well in my career as a cleaner, owning many companies, but not to become a doctor. So the difference is that those people will inspire you because they are at the top of their game and you are not yet at the top of your game. So you should always compete with the best version of yourself and never with another person. If you are the eye, you want to be the best eye of this body. You want to ensure that everywhere this body goes, it can see. And that's why if there's a problem, maybe some of us need lenses. My eyes are beginning to fail me sometimes. I'm resisting to take lenses here, but I have to keep it clean. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We know that, okay, I want these eyes to be the best of this body. You remember what Maya said? We went to an event and we were called to read. The words were so small I couldn't read. So the things that I saw, I would read and skip. And Maya said she thought I was doing it on purpose. I said, Maya, I cannot see that. Yeah, that's true. And she's been so quiet today.
Everybody cannot be the same.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Jacqueline. Lovely to see you. Oh, she says tears. Amen. Bless you, my darling. Bless you. Bless you. So again, it's really knowing who you are and being confident. What's my purpose? You want to be the best in that field. It's like the footballer. You want to be the best footballer. Yeah. What business has a footballer come when he steps into the places where doctors are talking about surgery, saying, I want to go and operate people, or I envy you, or let me go train and be the best footballer. So when you watch that match, I keep you entertained. You can't keep your eyes off me because I give you what true football is all about. Do you see that? So it's knowing your purpose, what you are called to do, and you do your very best. You compete with the best version of yourself. You will recognize others. You will celebrate them. Another simple example, imagine we could hear fruit speak. You have your garden. You have oranges there. You have lemons there. And then lemons are smaller and they are green. And then the lemon goes out when it starts blooming. And it sees that oranges. Ooh, why are you so big? Why are you orange? I'm green. I'm smaller. And you want to feel inferior. No. When the oranges look, wow.
It
looks
has
like,
its own work.
Exactly. I love your orange. You are amazing. I love your color. I appreciate you. But you know, I'm not called to be you. I'm called to be a lemon. And my highest potential, I have to be this shape. I have to be this color. I've got some different vitamins. Yes, we might both give vitamin C's, but I have much more than that. This is my purpose. Why I celebrate you and your, you know, the value you bring to our world as an orange, the color, the brightness you are, just by being different. But you know, I'm not you. I don't want to be you. I can never be you. There is no point. I can be my best self, and we can add more value to our world. I give them what I'm called to give, and you give what you are called to give. How incredible that is. So you see, in that case, you don't want to compete, and you can ask them, how did you get to this place? How did you? So you can go put it now in your own. Maybe you're doing a different type of business. You want to meet successful people, so they can inspire you to be successful in what you are doing. Awesome. Go ahead, my darling. I love the way you ask questions. And I'm coming to you. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, how do you overcome challenges when it comes to purpose? Because sometimes you have a purpose and there are a lot of challenges, like just as we asked before that what is your relationship with your family? You have these family challenges and you have a purpose. So how do you now merge the two together to be able to not only escape?
You like to escape. I'm realizing that you like to escape things and run away from me.
Achieve your dream, because there are many people out there that want to pull you down.
Thank you, my darling.
So that you will not be able to achieve this purpose. So how do you now?
Awesome. Which is why we are doing this program, isn't it? First is that self-awareness. Once you become aware, you know who you are, you know your purpose. I'll give a simple example again. I love to give visual examples so it sticks, and then we'll answer the question. Before I even answer, maybe you get the results. Imagine you leave this place, you're driving to Manchester. There's so many exits, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know for sure you're going to Manchester. Maybe you need to catch the plane to go somewhere to deliver your purpose. Sing to a choir, they need you there, and all of that. They've paid you to come and sing. And there is a roadblock. That's a massive challenge. You're not going to stay there and cry. There's usually deviation. Am I right? They'll tell you, unfortunately, this road has been blocked. But remember, your destination is Manchester. This is only an obstacle along my way. It's not going to stop me. And you see, sometimes challenges are made distractions. I'm not going to take my eyes off Manchester, the route where I'm going to, and be focused on this challenge. Maybe cursing it. Who brought it here? You're calling the police. We need to find who made this thing here. Who put this obstacle on the way? Let them remove it. It will take so much time. You might change direction. You might change your route. Deviation, it might take a bit longer. But the truth is, sometimes we go through journeys for a purpose. Maybe something that you had to learn. You had to serve someone there. It's never by chance that we go through different paths. And another thing also I want you to understand. So that's one challenge, but your journey, your eyes should be fixed on where you're going to. Your eyes should be fixed on your purpose. Once your purpose becomes so large, honestly, even those who were once against you will join. Someone once said this: success has so many relatives. Failure is an orphan.
Very, very.
As you are succeeding and growing, those same people will join on board. As you are bringing more results, they will join on board. So don't turn your attention. Do what you can. If it's your children, you want to do your best to guide them in the way of the Lord, to guide them in the path so they fulfill their purpose as well. You want to ensure them. If it's a spouse that you believe that is supposed to be on your path, he just has to grow. All right, you have the resources. Maybe seek help if you don't have the strength sometimes to support him. If you do have, support him and keep bringing those successes that they see, and they work in the glory of your life and give glory to your Father. And another thing also, sometimes look at what we look at as challenges and not challenges. There's a beautiful example in that book. We talk about like the carrot, the coffee, and the tea. Imagine hot water. We might think hot water is a challenge, isn't it? If I go through some of those routes, we need them for our purpose to be fulfilled. Our purpose cannot be fulfilled without us going through that challenging situation. It is a training ground to build us, fortify us for the journey ahead. For example, if we take coffee, right? You can never consume coffee as a powder. Am I right? Once I put coffee in hot water, you might look at it like that water is coming to destroy this coffee. What happens? Coffee is no longer called coffee. That hot water is no longer even called hot water. It becomes coffee. You drink it. The purpose of coffee is revealed in the same hot water that may become as a challenge to destroy it. Sometimes in life, what we see as challenges are not challenges, are not destruction. Because maybe you are called to serve a child. If you cannot be patient with that child on your way, how are you going to be able to serve them? Or maybe the calling ahead of you, people will disappoint you. Take, for example, Moses leading the people to Israelites. If he had not learned to be patient, he was often angry. Then you will not be able to lead these people. They listen, you just curse them, and then you just run away. You flee from them. But those are the people you've got to lead. You cannot flee from them. It's coming to build your character, perseverance, patience in you. Like I said, my greatest challenge in my life has been in my marriage, and I thank God. I am so grateful for those challenges. I would not have been half who I am today without those challenges. God knew where he was taking me to the purpose. We work with a lot of couples, a lot of mothers, a lot of women. And honestly, some of them, when they say, I've done this, their problems are like child's play. You don't minimize somebody's problem, but it's to tell you, when you think that your problem is the world's problem, you see another person whose problem is worse, you say, thank God. I'd rather be going with my problems. I don't even want to take yours. Do you see what I mean? It's like a testament to say, I thought I was having the worst problem in the world, but this person passed through this, so it gives you hope. I too can do that. So for me, it was building my patience. I used to be so impatient. Even when I used to speak very fast, isn't it? I'm a very slow speaker now. I will speak and I'll be like, what did you just say? But I began working with people who have to understand me. God had to train me. I speak so slowly now that people even love it. They say you speak like you are singing, you are slow. And I'm so aware. I had to be so patient. I remember once I taught a workshop, and it was on patience. I said, when you ask someone something, maybe count 1 to 5. If they are not doing it, count 1 to 10. If they are not, count 1 to 30. Then look at the time, give 30 minutes. It builds patience. I went home and asked my husband to put the bin out. Beloved, he had not done it. It was his only job almost that he usually did. I was just almost like, see if I remember, you just told everybody. Just my own teaching was haunting me. I'm my greatest student. I said, okay, I'm going to count. I did count 1 to 10. He still sat there. I said, why didn't you put this bin out? Before I'll be like, why didn't, and then I would just go and take it. Well, I can do all things. And then now there will be a bit of like friction, this, and then you want to show that, okay, I'm not even going to do it anymore. You think you can do all things, then do it. Then I'm angry, I'm upset. Why am I the one always doing everything? But men, they have their own way of doing things. They will do it at their own time. I'm not sure if some of us know that.
They know.
Awesome.
You're forcing them.
Exactly.
God
You are controlling them. Oh my goodness. So I did count. Sarah, it wasn't working then. I said, okay, I'll give myself 30 minutes. I'm sure he was surprised. I went upstairs. Honestly, by the time I came back, he's put that bin outside.
Yeah.
I said nothing. I'm like, this really works. And I thought it, because I'm learning to. Now I'm like, honestly, it really works. And so many times. The other time, what was it? I called him. This is my darling husband. Sometimes men, they want something. They have their own stuff that you do this for me. Their own thing is always some rewards, So I've been so nice. He's taking me out that morning, even for coffee, hoping that he will have what he wants. I'm like, sweetheart, I'm so busy. I have this deadline, please, and let me finish the deadline. Everything, we were so fine. So when along the way, he got so upset, he just left. Okay, I'm going to. He had to pick me up. We had to go to Big Destiny. My car was not with me. He just left the house. I was working. I'm like, okay, he's left the house now. I looked at the time. It was not time to pick my daughter up. I was going to be patient. I'm like, I'm continuing to work. I've got work to do. Let me just call him in advance so he's aware. I don't have my car with me. You were supposed to take me. If we are going to pick, we were super. He took me for breakfast. Can you imagine? Out. But he wanted his own stuff. And at that moment, it's like, oh, you think it's only work? Well, sweetheart, oh my goodness. So I'm like, okay, I called. He didn't pick up the phone. He called several times. I said, let me finish. And I was just praying. I'm like, Lord. And that morning, I do something, the Women of Faith group. Oh, that's my best thing of teaching me. I'd mentioned there, have faith, just trust the Lord, not your way, you're not fighting. Leave it in his hands. I said, Lord, I surrender it to you. When you surrender, you don't come back, do you?
Yeah.
I went ahead. Then I just said, okay, I'll call one last time. So I know if I'm going to make my way, I'm going to have to take a taxi because he might go and not pick him up. I'm not going to get upset. I'm absolutely not going to get upset. I'll call one more time in advance so I know what I'm going to do. And I'm like, Lord, I just pray you touch his heart. I pray you touch him, and he goes and picks this child up. I called one last time. He picked up the phone, but he was upset. I said, I don't have my car. He said, but were you making your plans with me? I'm like, sweetheart, you know that you had to take me. It's like, no. I'm like, okay, you're going to pick Destiny up. He said, you can take the taxi or you can take a bus. I'm like, okay, darling. I hung up the phone. I said nothing. I was never going to be angry. I smiled. I'm like, Lord, thank you. I've still prayed that you touch his heart. Sarah, honestly, I'm like, okay, what do you do? I'll go there early just in case there is traffic. I'll call a cab. I can stay there and finish the work I'm doing. I'm not going to be upset. I took the taxi, called the taxi, went there. And I think I heard the car coming. I knew in my spirit he was going to come. And I said, I was not even going to look at that car. If it was him, I was just going to ignore him. The car, till I was there, it was not his car. Some other cars came. I did my work, and then the time I went quite early. I arrived quite early, which was late, about 15 minutes early. I went in there now to pick her up. I was saying I was going to take a taxi with her. Went there now. Then I was waiting. I think there was a delay. She was using the toilet. I just said to him, okay, can I use your toilet? As I was walking, I saw him. I just passed as if I don't even know him. But I said, Lord, thank you. Then something in me said, hey, you asked me, you surrender, did your work. You've got to be humble. Don't ignore him. If he talks to you, answer him. So, you're like, this is really repushing yourself. Like, don't ignore. You asked me to take care. I touched his heart. He's come here. Don't be proud now. Don't ignore him. I was telling him, and I just went now, honestly. I went to use the toilet. And I think he had seen me now. He went and waited in the car. Then I think they brought Destiny to me because I told him I was going to use it. And then we worked out. Again, a part of me, you see that pride was just going to be, I'm going to ignore you. I've taken the taxi here. You were supposed to come and... But I'm like, I'm not going to ignore him anyway. I just showed that was his car there. I'm like, okay. He was just telling me humility, patience. I went in the car. And honestly, that was it.
Yeah.
You see, simple things like this, just simple things, would have, if I'd taken things in my hands, escalated a big problem. A very big problem. You are angry, this, that. It was enough. Whether he said sorry or not, the fact that he came there, he recognized. You see things like that. And I was quiet now, it spoke volumes. And it still shows. And again, that's why I just said, wow, it's incredible for women to be independent.
Yeah.
Imagine. Did you see what I mean?
Yeah.
If I wasn't independent, you didn't even know how to catch your bus, you realize that's why those who are not independent will struggle.
Exactly.
So I hope that helps.
Yeah, it helps.
Perfect. So don't be distracted. Yeah. Some of them is to build a character.
No problem.
Build a character.
So yeah.
Don't run away. don't keep fleeing. There's a place for fleeing. You can't run and leave your children. I know one lady woman like, wow, I can't understand this. And she said she was a Christian. She ran and left the husband, then the next time she ran and left the children. I'm like, I don't, she said, they can take care, the husband can take care of themselves. And then she started seeing another man. Honestly.
And the whole
yes.
is disorganized.
I couldn't understand that. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Sometimes what we take as challenges can be.
When challenges come, the home you
the
left.
toss. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The home you left, coming back, you will not be that home the same way you left it.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
If I
will
leave
be
this place
regretting
now,
now.
you come back,
You wish,
everyone
yes.
will be disorganized.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the way Dr. Sylvia gave really the story, explain her own situation, and I learn a lot of things. I do learn every day from Dr. Sylvia. So, as Dr. Sylvia said before, love is patient as well. As we have to be aware about ourselves, we also have to be aware about people around us, as she asked to skate about. When Dr. Sylvia is saying that there are other situations you don't need to skate, it's going to train you up. It just reminded me about myself. I was thinking like to skip my situation.
Those you just leave them alive.
So just leave there. I didn't want to go back there. And today, that situation now, I became the one that now advising so many people.
That's
Yeah. So as Dr. Sylvia said, it's not the situation might come there to kill us, to do us anything,
Yes.
but it's for us to learn as well, because we become one of the person who advise other people.
Exactly.
Amen.
The stones that the builder rejected will become the cornerstone of their house.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
honestly, it's not always running away.
And be patient.
Be
for
patient,
it.
patient with them.
And so sometimes we don't know. As Dr. Sylvia also said, she was there. She wanted like to be proud of.
Oh, honestly.
And it brings
Yeah.
another atmosphere in the house. Just
Yeah.
really bad. Not
Exactly.
really nice where the children.
Yeah.
What Dr. Sylvia said today, it helps me a lot to see how other family destroyed. It's
Yeah.
not as said. It's not about something was big. Most pastors said.
Yes,
most
from
people-
very little things, that's what starts.
Yeah,
Very
that
little. If you look at homes, yes.
Yeah.
And then it escalates, it becomes a big
Become a
this.
big
You're not
problem.
talking to this
That's
1 day,
why
2
I'm
days,
down.
3 days. It's very
Yes,
little
very
things.
little
Real,
things,
honestly,
yeah. We
honestly.
need to be careful, yeah.
Yes. Like something like this would have escalated easily. Then this, then
Before
that.
you know, the argument will come.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And you start talking, you start bringing the way that maybe as Dr. If you've never forgiven or something was in the past,
Yeah,
you
you
bring
bring
it
it
back.
back.
And then you
Yes.
start saying so many things
Yes.
that you could never, and a lot of marriages are
A lot.
destroyed.
A lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ali. I'm learning myself, and I think when we have the spirit of God, it helps, because like real me would have been. I told you, I just passed like I don't know him. I'm like, and I was supposed to like my plan was I would just go on there, and I was like, Sylvia, remember, you asked me to take control. I took control. You've got to be humble. You've got to go there. And I didn't even tell this. Let me finish this, but I didn't want to add that part there. I didn't want to add this, but let me just add, say, so sweet again, because the challenge continued. I got into the car, and then later on again, you see again, it's like, I'm not going to go for you to take, I had to get my laptop from the office. I told him that.
Always like to add something.
Oh my
They always
goodness.
say-
Yes. He says, I'm going home straight. I'm not going to, okay. I have to go and get my laptop from the office, darling. He says, no, I'm going home. If you have to go and get it, then drop. Sarah, with peace. I'm like, okay, darling. He stopped the car. I went out. He drove. I was still going. I was just, Lord, you've brought him here. Destiny wanted to follow me. She just thought, she didn't know that it started from long ago, because I said we're not going to involve. She said, Mommy, I'm going with you. Then later I think she realized I don't want to walk. I prefer going with the car. I said, no, go with Daddy. It's okay, darling. Go. Mommy has to take her things in there. And I made it like it's no problem. It's okay. Maybe Daddy has to go home. I'm like, I have to get my things from the office. So he started driving. Sarah, I just started like, I'm going to call the taxi now, the cab, or I was going to take the bus even. I said, I would just walk, because from there you can take the bus straight to Pittston Road from Destiny School now. He started following me. His car was coming. And then I was just talking now, even after some time, even pretending now. I'd already called now. There was not even phone. I was not even calling, yes. Honestly, now I was not even talking on the phone. I just started pretending. And I'm like, just like as I'm talking. And I'm like, Lord, I've been patient, you know. I've been humble. Then again, it's like, you still have to enter. But he followed me quite a while. Then he even sent this, go tell your mommy to come in there. So I'm like, sweetheart, it's okay. I'm going to take the taxi. And I went again. He followed. He said, please, can you come in? Can you come in? I just look at him again, and I'm not going to be proud. I know that I could have still gone. That this time again, you told me to get out of your car. I got in, and that was just, they were looking at him like, you know, and I was just going. I'm sure some men were passing me. I said, who is this man? So but he was falling, and it was enough that he wouldn't go without me. And at the end, you make yourself a bit like, what am I doing?
Yes.
So it was enough to speak. And honestly, we never spoke about that again. I was not going to go there and say this, that. It was so enough of himself, honestly. Yes, we never. Later on, we went after the weekend, we're together. Like, I don't even need you to say forgive. I've forgiven you, but it's clear as well. You followed me all around driving. You came to pick your daughter after you've said, and then again, maybe you thought I would not get out of that car. Sarah, I was going to go out. You know, there are just some things that, and something I've learned as we give people their space.
Yes.
Honestly. Everyone has their own time struggles.
Yeah.
You're going through your own thing that I'm not the problem. You just want to deal with it. You don't want my advice. You don't want me now. And people will take advantage of those very close to them because they want to show they care. Then you just lash on them. Give them their space. I don't know if I used to tell you this, that sometimes Uncle Mike had this thing that you just need this one day. I don't know what has happened. And I realized that before. I didn't know. I was very immature. And I'll be thinking, oh, you know, women will do that. What have I done? Have I done this to you? And then they can easily just blame you. Can you be by yourself? Can you? And then you think like, oh, I'm not even worthy. I told him that, sweetheart, you know what? If you want one day, I'll give you 1 week. How does that sound? I told you that. I made that. I said that in the past. I'm like, but you see that? You will always come back to me. You are wasting your time we have on this earth. You don't want to divorce me, right? I don't want to divorce you. You take 1 day, 2 days. I give you 2 more. And you used to say, you can't get married in heaven. Enjoy your wife. So you've missed enjoying your wife for 4 days. Does it make sense? Honestly, and I say that laughing. Do you want 1 day? So now when I see that, give them their space. How does this? I'm going to give you 1 week. I know I'm not the problem. And that time, he helps me to grow spiritually, honestly. I can read my Bible. I can learn. But then he'll come back. I'm like, why are you wasting your time? I said, and the next time if you come back, I will tell you that, no, I'm not. I want to give you more time. So you don't think that you call the shots. I want to give you more time. But that's like a joke now. Then it becomes fun. And honestly, so it's just, again, it builds us. And I'm so grateful for that person that I've become. So I used to, even like my family, they used to say this. My elder sister and everyone, they said, if they come and pay the bride price, they will take the bride price and eat immediately. They will eat it. They won't be bothered. They know that that husband is not coming back.
Okay, for you, they said.
Oh, my cousin, they said they will not eat my bride price. When I was young. They said because the husband will surely come back. They said the husband will come back. Look, because I was that kind of character, like impatient, that I knew I was intelligent. I knew I could do things, but it doesn't. It's not, honestly. There's a place for humility and you cannot do it all. So the mind, we're not going to eat it. Because they knew that that man will surely be coming back. But I've changed a lot. I've changed a lot, humble and all that. So you see again, God had to take me through. And it had to be in my marriage because he knows that if you're not close to me, what you say doesn't matter. I don't bother. So you have to bring the closest person that you have no choice. You share the same space. You have to listen to prepare you. If I had to run away, I would not have learned to become patient. You see, we run away, we go again, the same thing happens in the next relationship, in the next life. And there is a circle. Thank you, darling.
Okay,
So that's it.
how do we deal with expression? Expression.
What do you mean by that?
Like,
It's with
how do
words.
we move with people that don't express themselves? They don't like talking. And they're always conservative.
It's like your partner or your friend.
It's worse when it's your partner or if it's your friend as well. Before you became friend of them, you knew they were that way. And maybe you could compliment each other, isn't it? I know it becomes tricky when it's your spouse. Even though maybe, I'm sure it didn't change. She was that quiet, but we're always hoping they'll become better.
Okay.
The truth is, you just have to let them be them. You cannot change them. You express yourself to the maximum. Just be you, because that's how you are fulfilled. Like I said, if you are the eye, you want to shine. If they are, let's take a part of the body that don't. Sarah, why are you laughing? Cuban seems to be calm. Isn't it?
I'm laughing because do you want me to add something?
Sure.
I'm laughing because of what it's what I do. I always see why there is conversation, but for me, conversation is not me just talking. When I can see I'm the one just talking, I'll be quiet. So
That's good.
you
You're aware
ask
as
me,
well.
why is what I said? I'm not the one just talking.
Talking.
The conversation
That-
is
I love
supposed to talk.
Yeah.
Talk.
So
I
and
love
then
that.
he will say, I'm listening. It's not about listening.
Ah,
You
that's
supposed
it.
to
Exactly. Exactly.
So that is your way.
That's amazing.
So and then he starts.
Yeah. Hi, darling. How are you? That's a great one as well.
He starts changing.
Amazing.
He started changing. So I learned when he asked that question. I learned
Thank you.
because I used to be quieter before you.
Yeah.
So and then also that is why when we have someone, I don't want just
Me talking, listen.
And
You're right. I do that as well. As much as I say you don't want to talk, like mine is quiet. He's quiet more than me. He has his places. But
But
like
that
sometimes
is,
I'll be like, "What are you saying?" He says, "I'm listening." I'm like, "No, we need to talk." Yeah.
That is good between friends. You can say that. What are you using? Because if you do that within your spouse, between you and your
Say it's a
spouse,
spouse and it's easier.
you will thought that you are sometimes there are some spouse when you are talking, and he's a kind of person that is conservative. He doesn't like talking. He will look at you and say, "You talk too much."
No, it depends on the.
There are some people.
But that's why she said that then she will be quiet and say, "Why are you not talking?"
Yeah.
Yes. You are right, because you don't want to always just talk. As much as, for example, you're not going to become who you are not. Silence yourself as well. But you have to have that balance, especially if it has to do with him, because the two must communicate. There must be communication. And again, it's really getting like involved. Yeah. You ask questions. Maybe learn to start asking questions. What do you think about this? Rather than just coming and saying this, that. So they have to get involved. Yes. And okay, I've spoken now. Do you want to say something? That's a good one that Sarah said. And in that way, you are involving them. Or, you know, I think some people are that quiet too, they are good at text. But for me, texting, you cannot be a couple and then you just texting.
No,
you need to have physical
conversation.
conversation.
It's important.
It's very important.
Is very, very vital.
Yeah, it's very
It
vital.
helps them also in the Abianas now. It's helping because there's,
In the workplaces.
there's other things at the workplaces, even in their own family. So
Exactly.
he's that kind of they're expecting him to say something, but it's just quieter. And then I have to say, you have to say this, you have to say that, and he will say, "Are you sure it's gonna work?" And then it is. And then you see now
Oh, wow.
he starts
Yeah.
changing.
Yeah.
Just
Again, it's really supporting. Like you said, she supported him to nurture and grow. Rather than, oh, you're not talking, you get upset and angry. It's support. Give that opportunity. So make it a way that he has to be involved.
Like me, I think this
I think it's time now.
coming to the UK has really helped. Like me, coming to the UK has really helped me in that area. When I was back there in Africa, if I'm talking and you keep me quiet, the thing used to I can be very, very aggressive. Why are you not talking? I've been talking. Why are you not talking? But when I came to this land, I saw that
Nigerians.
I saw that when you are talking, and the person,
Some will even push people to talk. Is it by force?
and the person see that
Is it by force? Is it by force?
you talk too much. You see me. I don't know. This country calm me down. I will just walk away. I say sometimes I look at myself and say, is it me?
That's good.
Before,
You see,
it is
patience.
before.
It's really helping you.
I don't have that patience. You are not talking. What is wrong with you? You are not, can you really talk like so? In fact, sometimes they say traveling is part of education.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So thank you all so very much. That's amazing. So we just learn to communicate one another. And thank you so much, Jacqueline. And thank you for your comments. We hope you go apply this and keep thriving as well.
Yeah.
And all of us, we've just been looking at how we can really step out there and be resilient, live the life we're called to live, and loving ourselves more, becoming aware of who we are, our what. We are priceless. There is really no price on us. We can't put a price on us. And the world is there for us to live it and live it fully. It's not really the things we have that will make us happy, honestly. You have people who've worked so hard, wanted all the money in the world. There's a story of this extremely rich man. He said, what's the point? I'm all lonely. I've lost my family in the course of seeking all of this money. My children don't know me. I'm a lonely man. That's not it. Life is far more beautiful. Spending with loved ones and all that. And becoming all that we're created to become. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect. So Sarah, I'll leave you to.
No comment. No comment.
Elizabeth.
I'm speaking to